Peter Singer, The Most Good You Can Do, How Effective Altruism is Changing Ideas About Living Ethically. In The Most Good You Can Do, How Effective Altruism is Changing Ideas About Living Ethically, Peter Singer introduces us to the world of effective altruism, in which individuals make impactful decisions to improve the world by assessing causes based on evidence and reason. The summary highlights examples of diverse career paths, lifestyles, and levels of dedication to the cause of effective altruism, as well as exploring the principles that guide proponents of the movement and the influence of technology and data on their philanthropic choices. Discover the organizations that evaluate the efficacy of charities and learn about the moral and ethical questions that often arise in the decision-making process.
Effective altruism, making a difference. Effective altruism is a social movement that seeks to improve the world using evidence and reason. One example of an effective altruist is Matt Wage, who chose to donate half his salary to effective charities rather than pursuing a lucrative career on Wall Street. Some effective altruists opt for high-paying jobs while leading humble lifestyles to donate more. They also spread awareness to attract more people to the movement. By applying the principles of effective altruism, individuals can make a difference in the world. Effective altruism, helping others with your money. Effective altruists donate to charities based on evidence-backed success rates, rather than emotions. By putting their money where it will do the most good, they reduce suffering and save lives across various communities. Effective altruists understand the importance of aiding people of different backgrounds and religions while not being swayed away by helping their own children first. Their focus is not on themselves or the warm glow feeling of donating to causes that touch their emotions, but on providing maximum benefit to the most people possible. History of effective altruism. Effective altruism is a philosophy and social movement that advocates individuals to solve society's problems through critical thinking, analysis, and evidence-based approaches. The pioneers of this movement include Peter Singer, a philosopher whose 1972 article, Famine, Affluence, and Morality, introduced the idea that people should give as much as they can to disaster relief. Abhijit Banerjee and Esther Duflo founded the Abdul Latif Jameel Poverty Action Lab, JPAL, to research interventions against poverty. Holden Karnofsky, Eli Hassenfeld, Toby Ord, and Will McCaskill established organizations such as GiveWell to evaluate the effectiveness of charities and societies like Giving What We Can to eliminate poverty. Effective altruism emphasizes the value of empathizing with others to better help those in need. Giving back, how much is enough? According to the principles of effective altruism, individuals living in affluent societies can improve the lives of those in developing countries by donating around 10% of their income to charities that have a positive impact. However, a balance between donating while also maintaining a comfortable lifestyle is recommended. Julia Wise and Jeff Kaufman donate half of their income to charity, while Rima Hakama saves 5% of her modest income to donate at the end of the year. Adopting an effective altruism lifestyle is a practical application of our ability to reason, as the author highlights. Effective altruism, a lifestyle towards helping others. Jim Greenbaum, a man committed to fighting suffering since he was moved by footage of Nazi concentration camps as a child, practiced effective altruism long before it became a term. He founded and sold telecommunications company Access Long Distance, and at age 41, pledged 85% of his $133 million net worth to help others. German professional poker player Philipp Grussem turned to effective altruism after the high life stopped satisfying him. He donated generously and founded a charity to encourage other poker players to donate. Ian Ross lived on $9,000 a year and donated over 95% of his earnings to ease animal suffering or support public health. An organization can also be formed to support effective altruism. In 1966, Buddhist nun Ching Yen founded Tzu Chi, which grew from 30 housewives donating pennies to helping families in need, establishing hospitals and training medical staff, and becoming a global organization with over 10 million members across 51 countries, nearly 30% in Taiwan alone. Effective altruists prioritize giving to a cause that will do the most good given the abilities, time, and money available. The lifestyle prioritizes helping others over material possessions. Making an Impact, a guide to ethical careers and charities. The article discusses the effectiveness of working for a charity versus donating money, while also exploring alternative ways to contribute positively to society. Starting your own organization may maximize your impact, and working within an organization can influence its direction towards a greater good. However, it's crucial to prioritize transparent charities and focus on underserved causes. Medical research and regenerative body part donations are also highlighted as avenues for altruism. Effective altruism, doing the most good. Effective altruists strive to balance emotional empathy with practical assessment, utilizing data to ensure their donations make the most impact possible. This approach sets them apart from traditional, warm-glow donors who focus solely on feel-good aspects of giving. Studies suggest that effective altruists possess sharper abstract reasoning skills, but a growing movement of altruism is developing in those who seek purpose beyond satisfying their basic needs. With technology making it easy to understand and analyze data, a new generation is embracing philanthropy based on where they can do the most good. Effective altruists believe in doing as much good as possible with available resources, including a recommended 10% donation to effective charities, 10% savings for the future, and living comfortably with the remaining resources. However, most effective altruists don't view their actions as sacrifices but rather as ethical choices that yield personal happiness by increasing overall well-being. Altruistic Arbitrage. The principle of altruistic arbitrage suggests that providing aid to poor people in developing countries is more effective than donating to those in affluent nations. This is because impoverished Americans still have access to resources that are unavailable to those living in extreme poverty in other countries. Donations go much further in developing countries than in rich nations, where citizens have more resources to rely on. For example, $1,000 can provide 6 months of income to a family living in extreme poverty in Africa, while in the United States, it would only provide 1 month. Additionally, the cost of helping people in developing countries is significantly lower. Providing a guide dog to a visually impaired American costs $40,000, while treating trachoma in developing countries only costs around $20 to $100 per person. Therefore, the same funds can be used to help far more people in developing nations than in affluent nations. Making every dollar count. When donating to urgent causes, it's essential to ask where your funds will have the most significant impact. Though climate change is crucial, donating mosquito nets to protect children from malaria may make a greater difference. Similarly, reducing animal suffering is an inexpensive and effective tactic. Though low probability but high-risk situations like pandemics and asteroid strikes threaten humanity, we can reduce these risks by limiting animal consumption, conserving energy, and decreasing the spread of viruses through factory farming. Self-sacrifice should not be a necessary element of altruism. Effective altruism, how to make informed donations. Effective altruists prioritize maximizing the impact of their donations to bring about the greatest good. To enable them to make informed choices, health economists and organizations use metrics such as the Quality Adjusted Life Year, (QALY), and Disability Adjusted Life Year, (DAILY), to assess medical interventions and negative health effects. Meta-charities like GiveWell and Animal Charity Evaluators assess the efficacy of charities in achieving their goals. However, most people do little research before donating, relying on superficial metrics like the percentage of revenue devoted to administration and fundraising. Such metrics do not reflect a charity's overall impact. Effective altruists seek to make their giving more effective by focusing on evidence-based solutions and maximizing cost-effectiveness. By doing so, they can bring the greatest good to the most number of people.
Peter Singer's book delves deep into the philosophy of effective altruism, demonstrating how small, calculated actions can lead to significant benefits for others. Through examples of different proponents, we come to understand the diversity of lifestyles and career paths within the movement and how data-driven decision-making is contributing to the growth of effective altruism. By employing evidence and reason, effective altruists aim to make the most significant positive impact in the lives of others, pushing past the limitations of traditional altruism. This book challenges us to consider the ways we can contribute to improving the world, calling for an application of these principles to create a more ethically driven society.